Hello and welcome. My name is Ellen with Ellen Estelle, and today I'm going to be giving you a fabric haul from Joann's. First up is this awesome crinkle rayon fabric. I bought the fabric because I really love floral prints, and this one was just super interesting. So it has a variety of sizes with the floral. It starts out with a medium, goes small, and it has really big. The fabric is kind of opaque. You would probably need a lining for it. It is stretchy and it's super soft and it has a textured hand feel. I really like it because of the striping pattern to it. Next up is this awesome printed cotton. So I bought this cotton because it reminded me of a tropical country like the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. I bought this fabric because I love the colors and the print. The print itself is really nice and smaller, so it's not too much, but there is a lot of detail to the print. So this fabric was so nice, and I wanted to make this dress out of it, but I didn't have enough fabric. I searched online and I bought what I thought was the equivalent. What I bought was a cotton flannel. Well, this is also very pretty. As you can see, the scale is very different on the print. This is a much more soft flannel fabric, and this is more of their premium quilting cotton. So there is a difference. I bought this one in the store and this one was purchased online. I think I might make a really nice set of pajama pants out of this one though. I still really like the print. Next up is this cheetah print. It's a stretch knit and I found it in the store. I really like this because of how stretchy and soft the fabric is, and not to mention the print has sparkles. This fabric is going to add a lot of texture and interest. It has a bit of a raised texture with the glitter and it sparkles in the sunlight. Next, I actually found this in the clearance section and I bought it because I think this is a really nice quilted fabric that would make a really nice jacket or coat. And I've seen someone else post that they found it in the upholstery and outdoor fabric section. This quilted pattern is super pretty. It has a really nice medallion pattern to it, and it's really soft and kind of squishy. It's a thicker fabric, and the fabric does come in other colors. I've seen a mustard, gray, and blue as well. Now this faux fur was an awesome purchase. I saw somebody posted this on Instagram and they had made a really nice bomber puffy coat out of this. And I'm like, where did you get that? I have to have it. And she said, Joann. So I went and I bought it up. It is a cream ivory faux fur with this really pretty floral print. I really like this fabric and I think I'm gonna end up making a bomber jacket out of it with an elastic cuff and elastic waist. The fabric is lightweight. Doesn't really have any stretch to it, but it drapes really nicely. It doesn't add too much bulk. And who doesn't love flowers? Speaking of faux fur, I had to buy this one too. So this is a white faux fur and it has a really pretty sequin rainbow pattern to it. So I bought this one online. This scale looks much smaller, but I was pleasantly surprised to find how big the rainbows were. I got 2 yards of it and I plan on also making a bomber jacket or some sort of lightweight jacket. It is light, it has a nice drape. Speaking of coats, this is a really nice, almost like a boucle. It has a textured hand feel. It's not quite as thick and it's super lightweight and drapey. But I love the print of this fabric. I bought 4 yards of this because I planned on making a coat. However, I would need to line this with something because it is a lot more lightweight. It's more of like a scarf or a poncho weight fabric. But I love the colors. I think this is a perfect fall fabric. Next up is this awesome two-tone sequin fabric. I bought this from the Casa collection. And it has one way is sequin, one way is black sequin, the other way is black velvet. So it's essentially it's a two-tone sequin, but it's one color. I just really like the texture of it. It's subtle and classic. And I actually ended up using this fabric for my New Year's Eve outfit. So go check it out on my blog under New Year's Eve 2021. The fabric is lightweight. It's a little bit opaque, but it's super stretchy, and the sequins really aren't that scratchy. I do want to point out with this fabric, don't make the same mistake that I did when I was cutting. I assumed that both of the selvages would have the same amount of dead stock of velvet at the end, because see here, this side has about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches where the sequin stops and it just continues to the velvet. Meanwhile, this side only has about 2 inches. So make sure when you're cutting out your pattern that you make sure that you're not cutting out the section that doesn't have sequins. Otherwise you'll have to recut one of your pattern pieces like I did. And while we're on the topic of lining, I just want to mention that while I was looking for a lining for that sequin fabric, I came across this knit lining at Joann's, and it is super lightweight. It's very thin. It's almost opaque itself. However, it's super stretchy. It has a really nice soft hand feel. It reminds me of a 70 denier knit fabric. When I worked in New York, we used to go to Guide Linings and we would use their knit lining, and that was their quality. So this is a little bit thinner than that. I don't know what the weight of it is, but it's super similar in the texture and the hand feel. It's very soft and silky and so stretchy. I wish I would have bought more. While I was waiting in line at the cutting counter, I checked out the clearance section, as one does. And I found this fabric. They only had about 2 yards of it left, but I love it so much. It's this really pretty, almost two-way sequin fabric. This side has a lot more gold sequin to it, but this side is super textured. It has blue and black thread and gold sequins in it. I think this would make for a really nice skirt or jacket. If I can find more, I think I'm gonna make a suit out of it. Also in the clearance section is this awesome striped rainbow sequin. I could not pass this up. It is on mesh, so it is see-through. However, the scale and the size of it is awesome. Keep in mind that the stripes are going horizontally when they're going selvage to selvage. So when you're cutting out your pattern, you may have to cut it either against the grain, and keep in mind, it has a little bit of stretch to it, but not a lot. And last but not least, I got this really pretty satin print fabric. The background of it is like a two-tone, almost like a sponge print in the back. So it's like a gray and a black, and then it has these large scale floral pattern to it. The fabric does have a little bit of stretch to it. It's super soft and silky. I don't think you would need a lining for this unless you want to make it a little bit warmer or a little bit thicker, but you can't really see through it. This would make for a really good party outfit or fancy occasion dress. I hope you enjoyed. I know that was a lot of fabric. My stash just keeps growing. If you have any ideas or suggestions for projects with these fabrics, please let me know in the comments below. And please like and subscribe. Until next time.